Ecstatic congressional Democrats treated the president and vice president like conquering heroes. Mr. Biden heaped praise on his boss.
Mr. President, you are that leader. You're the guy that made it happen.
Perhaps going overboard just a bit.
You want me to stop because I'm embarrassing you?
No, Mr. Biden, sir, Vice President. I think you embarrass all of us. Okay. Hello, watchers, and welcome to, should I say a Monday or another episode? Because when I say welcome to Monday, it's like rubbing soap in your eyes. I love doing that. It feels so good. Okay, as you remember, what was it, When and Then Now 2? We were talking about the broccoli blog. Well, this is going to be another broccoli blog, okay? Because we're going to be talking about natural law. How boring is that? But wait. Don't click away because you think this is going to be boring. All right, well, I can't seriously promise that. But seriously, what we're about to discuss, this is the root of what this country is founded on. It's what thrust us into the Civil War in the 1800s, and it's what drives our political battles today. Okay, the founders had a keen understanding of what nature's law is, and how they got to those conclusions came from many places. Okay, but perhaps the most profound are, one, the Bible, and two, Cicero, the great political thinker in the Roman times, Cicero. Now, you can do the research on his life all you want on your own, because, but I'll give you the basics. And I'm telling you, this is like Cool Whip light basics, okay? Cicero lived before and during the time of Julius Caesar. He lived to see his beloved republic fall into the tyrannical abyss of a dictatorship. But not before penetrating the pagan misdirections and finding reason. Now, Cicero concluded during his vast political experience and thinking, for lack of better words, he concluded that there was a brilliant, intelligent, and supreme creator and designer that has an ongoing interest in both human and cosmic affairs. Cicero concluded that after the mind understood this, it was only natural for government and human relations to fall into this natural law. Now, the fundamental proposition of natural law is that man has a reasoning power almost identical to the Creator himself. Oh, where have I read that before? Oh, that's right. Genesis. Basically, saying that man has the ability to rationalize, solve problems, and generally, come to the conclusions of common sense conclusions. Thomas Jefferson saw this as, quote, the laws of nature and of nature's God, end quote. And that's in the Declaration of Independence. Now, Cicero, as well as the founders, believed that this natural law was eternal and universal in its goodness. It was a code of right reason from the Creator himself. They believed that the principles were easy for humans to understand. God's got to dumb it down for us. And it was morally right in any application. Now, this is what I find fascinating, and I'm sure you will too if you when you do this research on your own, because I know you're going to be good students. Okay, what I find fascinating is the conclusion by Cicero, which he called the first great commandment. Now, the first great commandment by Cicero was to respect and obey the Creator. He said that when God's law is perfectly understood, This is wisdom. Man, this is sounding old. Kind of familiar. Just a little. Right, when applied to government, it is called justice. And when people come together under this law, it is a true commonwealth. Now, here are some examples of natural law. Unalienable rights, habeas corpus, limited government, separation of powers, checks and balances, self-preservation, contract, family, justice by reparation, the right to bear arms, and most famously, no taxation without representation. You see, Cicero and the creators believed God enabled man to rule over himself under the precepts of God's law. A commonwealth based on freedom and intellect, justice, and temperance. Now, on the other hand, it's like a pinball machine. We may try to entangle our own people's law, but eventually everything will fall back into place. You're going to lose your 1,000,000 points because you ain't going to keep it going forever. Now, the lie today is that man cannot rule himself. Man is too emotional. Man is too violent. Man is too flat out stupid. We got to be told what to do. That's not natural law. That's people's law. It will fail every time. Cicero knew this. The founders knew this. A lot of us know this. But for some reason, some people up there think that they know better. And I guess maybe they're the creator. I don't know what they're thinking. But I want to end this blog with this story from the Bible, actually. Matthew chapter 22, verse 34 through 38. Okay. But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. Then one of them, a lawyer, lawyers, asked him a question, testing him and saying, "Teacher, what is the great commandment in the law?" And Jesus said to him, "You shall love your Lord, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment." Now you see, Cicero wasn't a Jew or a Christian. He was common sense. God's law is universal. He didn't follow Jesus. Maybe he read some Old Testament stuff. But it's natural. It's natural. Empowering you to take back this country. Thanks for watching.
My old friend, I recall the times we had hanging on my wall. I wouldn't trade